Yeah, hey everyone, this is Dwayne with Dwayne's Diagnostics and Mobile Auto Repair. And this is actually a follow-up video to a couple of videos I did yesterday about cleaning out this fuel tank. And this is actually what was left in this drain pan after it's sitting overnight, and I drained all the water and liquid out of it. This is all of the sediment and stuff that was left in it. And I had actually left this valve off of the tank, and I thought it had actually totally drained the tank overnight. I just kind of assumed that, but I just checked it a minute ago, and there was still a bunch of water still in the tank. So that valve must have actually clogged up again. So I added some more water to the tank and sloshed around the rocks and stuff. And I don't know if you will be able to see it on the camera on the phone, but there's actually still all kinds of big metal flakes, rust flakes and stuff still floating around in here. Probably not going to show up on the camera right now, but yeah, there's all kinds of stuff still floating around in there. So I'm going to take this valve off again. Kind of just let that drain. See what other stuff comes out of this tank. Looks like it's clogging up already. See, it's just barely dripping now. Maybe I should have started with a clean pan just to see what comes out of it today, which actually I might do that. Clean this pan out, see what else comes out of it. So I think I'll pause the video and come back to this in a second. Yeah, so here we go with a clean drain pan. Take this valve off. See what we get now. And already it's clogging up again. So I'm just gonna let that all drain out and see what comes out of there. So I'll come back in a second. Yeah, so I've let this tank drain out. I've actually added a bunch more water and tried to flush out a bunch more of the sediments here a bunch of different times. But this drain pan looks almost about as bad as the stuff that drained out of it yesterday. But I can show you. Actually, I'm pretty surprised at this. Actually, I don't know if it'll show up good on this camera, but the inside of the tank is actually fairly clean. That's pretty much metal. A lot of that little sediment there is just loose stuff that will actually flush out with water. But yeah, this tank is like, I mean, that's pretty much like brand new compared to what it looked like yesterday. I can show you. I can add some water. Add a little bit of water. Guess I can't really show it good because I kind of need like 3 hands. But most of that stuff in there is just loose stuff that hasn't made its way out the little drain hole yet. As you can see, that's way cleaner than it was. A lot of that's just the loose stuff still that hasn't made its way out yet. But it looks like this method works with rocks or gravel and some vinegar and water. I'm actually pretty surprised that that this thing looks that good right now compared to how it started out. So I think just rinsing it out a few more times with water, I think this tank is actually still going to be usable and can actually get that generator going again. So that's pretty cool to me. But yeah, just figured I'd take another video on that and kind of show the results after kind of flushing it out again. But yeah, that might be it on this one. I might come back. I might flush it out a bunch more times and get the rocks out and show you what it looks like. But if not, this might be it for this one. Yeah, so I flushed this thing out a little bit more and tried to get all the rocks out of it. And for anyone that tries to do this method, I can tell you, at least on this tank, that is actually the hardest part of the job. I actually couldn't get all the rocks out of it. I was shaking that tank upside down for probably at least like 10 or 15 minutes, and it was like a bit of a workout. And I got quite a few of the rocks out. This is some of them here, and there's some over there too. The cap to the tank actually fell off when I was shaking it, trying to shake the rocks out over there. But yeah, I can tell you that's the hardest part of this job, trying to get the rocks out. And maybe if you can get them right here and you got some long nose needle nose pliers or something like that, you could probably grab them all out of here. But there's actually quite a few in here, still in here, and I'm not going to shake this tank like that for days trying to get these rocks out. So they're just going to have to stay in there, and hopefully that doesn't cause any kind of problem. I don't think it will with you know, with the once you fill the tank up with the pressure of the gas sitting on the rocks. I don't think they're going to move around or really vibrate too much or cause any kind of problem. So this tank's going to have to go back on with a few rocks in it. But other than that, there's still a bunch of sediment and stuff coming out of here. I mean, seems like I could probably flush this thing 1,000 times and it's not going to get all of that stuff out of there. So I'm actually calling that good for now. And you know, when it put the new screen on it, and it'll have the fuel filter, it's, you know, none of that stuff's going to get to the carburetor once it gets a new screen, one of these type of screens. And then you got the filter and the fuel line. None of that junk's going to get to the carburetor. So I'm not worried about that. I mean, that tank looks a million times better than it did before I started on it yesterday. So for anyone who needs to clean a fuel tank, I don't know, there's probably a lot easier, better method than this. Maybe you could use some kind of chemical or something like that. There's probably a lot easier, better method, but if there is, I don't know about it. I didn't even look it up. I just tried this because I heard that one guy say that this is how he cleaned his tank out. So I tried it out, and it seemed to work pretty good for me, except for trying to get all the rocks back out of the tank. But yeah, for anyone that needs to clean a tank, this method does seem to work. So that is actually probably all I got for this video. So I will talk to you on the next one.